just quickly kick over here and picking up where we left off. Happy April Fools, everybody! Welcome back. Brought the old man with me. He is mostly recovered from his dental thing, which he had already done so last week. But now we're like, now he only has trouble, when he's chewing really tough meat. And we weren't necessarily. I mean, I did process at some stage in my brain last week that we would be streaming this week, but I didn't process that it happened to be April Fool's Day, so I do not have a joke locked and loaded. At least not an April Fool's joke. I have a one late night shift at the bar I was working at. I decided to write down on a piece of paper all the jokes that I know, and the piece of paper still exists. It's actually. Yeah, it's sitting right next to the old man. If I really felt desperate of going straight for the joke route, but suffice to and it's also April in the game. How about that? Anyway, don't have anything beyond the observant commentary that, hey y'all, did you notice today was April Fool's Day? And then that's about it. But jumping into the game, trying to think. Where do we live? Oh, right. I decided it was time to do some furniture rearranging.
Yeah, you were talking about.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was you wanted to get.
So what it was is these guys, all of them. I've used up all my influence points, but I can still work with what we got. For instance, this guy. You see how he's got politics, society, and entertainment. Well, there are posters or like an ink blotter or like a magnifying glass. There are random things that can go on their desks and can be decorated around them that actually enhance their ability to report more quickly. And then at a later point, I was about to say more betterly, but that is not good English. But it with a higher quality. There you go. For that, I think. Yeah, okay, so there are 6 individual subjects and then 6 specialty desks. So in theory, we need 12 total generic reporters just for subjects. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can go 8, 9. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to do 6 and 6 eventually. That's fine. But that is at least 1 floor away from where we're at right now. What I want to do right now is, I believe, this one. Correct. Oh, but that's editing. Where's the one for reporting? Prestige, smell counter. All right. Production. Here, I was staring at it. All right, so we have crime, economy, entertainment, politics, society, sports. Those are our 6 categories, and it looks like we have at least 1 enhancing item in all of them, which is going to be good. So I guess there is some value in picking specialties right now.
Well, I would bet. Well, it's the game.
Yeah.
I would have picked the ones that we almost always have to get 1 story for, like politics or economy.
Oh, there's definitely always a little bit of randomness and diversity with that. I just moved the sales desk up here, by the way, because what that's going to allow me to do is move this guy here, and that'll help me think about this better. Alright, so if I'm going to have to do 6 and 6 eventually, I might as well start to try and plan that out. Let's see, here, and let's give them a little space between them. Same thing.
Couldn't you use a air duct, or what do you call them?
So these things are good for heating only,
Oh.
and right now it doesn't seem like there's any.
Okay. No, I was looking on the top 2 floors, and I'm not seeing any.
Oh yeah. No,
There's one.
There's one here and one over the bathroom. They are not only heat counters; they're also smell counters, which is sort of a weird way of phrasing it. But they do mediate the smell in the bathroom some, and for some reason, I guess because of cast off from this area, the stairwell gets hot, so every once in a while you need to put a fan above the staircase. Not 100% sure why, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Sorry, I can't sing. I was already in the build menu. Sorry, my ADD/balance really wants there to be an even number. All right, so we have 8. We don't necessarily have 8 reporters yet, and we don't necessarily. We're going to eventually need 12, so we're 4 shy of what we need. But at least 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 of our categories can get doubled up if we really want to. I don't think we need to now, but for singular, let's see. You have politics and society. So let's take a look at. Was this one? No. It was this one. Yeah. So politics, you get boosted by an election map. Huzzah. Oh, actually, it tells me who is working politics. So we have 4 different reporters that are working politics. I think I can hit both. Yep. With one map there. And then hit this one with this map over here. And this map over here. I have now enhanced all the people who report on politics. Society was the other one. We have a solar system. Ooh, we also have a double up right here. Ooh, the clock's in the way. All right, give me a second. We're going to move.
No, that works fine.
It does, but I do also like all the posters being at the same height.
Okay, I would say the clock has to be higher.
Oh, it does, absolutely. It's going to go up here. There's just a question of... Ooh, actually, I kind of like the Aloha poster directly under the clock. It's like you're working towards vacation. You know, because I'm a slave driver. Metaphorical, not literal. And then where was I? There was another... Yeah, I can do that for just clipping the edge of that. And yes, I realize I could double up both of them, but... so for this guy, I'm going to give him a globe, which will boost his society, their society... I guess there's no one at this desk, so anyone can enhance it. And that one already has a globe, so this one goes here. All right, so that's all society boosting. Who has sports? We have boxing gloves. Yeah, so
on the wall.
4 different people work on sports. Sadly, none of them are next to each other. So I'm going to put this here, this here, baseball bat here, and baseball bat here. Because you want the baseball bat in reaching range. You know, just in case someone decides to...
Double use.
Yeah. Then we got a movie poster for entertainment. Everyone can work on... Oh, that's right, because everyone's psychic. All right, well, I'm going to put... Yeah, so that triggers twice. I'm going to put this... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to put this poster here. I'm going to move this boxing gloves 1 over. I'm going to move this poster over 1 as well. And then put this poster. There. Yeah, it doesn't look too crowded. Okay, so that's it for entertainment. What do we have for an economy? Is anyone working on economy? We have 3 people working on economy. Okay, I'll give you some accounting books. And enjoy your accounting. And then crime. We have a wanted poster and 3 crime people, so let's put the crime poster... I can't hit both of them? Alright, well, crime board then, which is bigger. I don't like doubling it up, but this would be closer to the ground so you can work on all the red pieces of yarn.
That works.
And then this person also should have some crime boosting here. So let's put a wanted poster here, and way here on the end, also one there. Okay. Crime, economy, entertainment, society, sports, politics. No, we got the election maps.
We got them all, I think.
Yeah. All right. So what we have done now is, I think it'll even demonstrate. Yeah. You see the blue bar? That is boosted by the item. Sorry, that represents the boosting that we have done by getting items to represent all those things. So bueno. This isn't their final form. Like I said, we're eventually going to need 12. And this is just 8, so I'm going to do some shuffling later on. But for basic boosting and aesthetic, and we barely spent $1,000. Nice. Okay, so next, and this is where there's going to be some slight chunks in our budget here, is sorry, I gotta reduce this, and then wallpaper. Okay, so right now we have tiles wallpaper, which works for the bathroom, and standard wallpaper, which I guess those are our only two options. I was really hoping we had the prestige wallpaper, or a prestige wallpaper.
What's the flashing?
Oh, we have 7 reporters and 8 desks, so we could hire a new guy. Let's see if there's anyone on offer that we want. We have another psychic. Oh my god, I have so many psychics. Hold on, let's see what I currently... So this is a guy has crime and politics. Do I have in a plethora of crime or politics? First of all, remove that and look at just reporters. Crime... Politics.
I almost think we're low on society and entertainment.
We are indeed low on in sports and crime. Strangely,
We're low on crime.
we only have 1, 2, 3 reporters that can cover it right now.
Okay, well,
everyone else except for economy, which has 2, and okay, so the ones that we have too much of, let's put it that way, is society and entertainment, which makes sense
okay,
because
then I
almost
was
everyone has entertainment.
opposite. I was exactly the opposite.
Of what we have,
Yeah.
but your heart's in the right place.
Or it was an April Fool's joke.
You can't pass off stupidity as an April Fool's joke, dude. Come on, it's one of the most transparent. I'm just fooling. Hasn't worked since primary school. Anyway, I think this is good enough for the week. What the hell?
Let's go.
Hold on. Pricing articles. Only articles that are placed on the slot with markers in the arrows count toward the perception of your newspaper. I knew that. They are found on the front page in a very large spot. Place your articles strategically. We already knew that. Was that all you had to tell me? I just had to listen to you tell me that? Oh my god.
We knew that to get this far in the game.
Yeah, okay. Well, to be fair, I already knew it, and we may have just fast-forwarded past that without really acknowledging it, but, okay, so... Prohibition Party. Dry is the way. That's funny. Union Ridge Financing, and, Seltzers? Seltzers.
That's not how you spell seltzers.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Anyway, we're gonna get all 3 of these eventually, even if we don't publish any of them, because it's important to level up our advertising guy. Because look at it, he's got no sales skills. Right?
Okay.
He ain't got no skill. Can't do no bonuses for us. Anyway, so he's working on that. We have 3 stories being worked on right now. Our priority, we have. Oh yeah, so we have 4 stories that will have special interactions. We'll keep an eye out for them. They will signpost themselves very clearly, but we do have to keep an eye out on that. Oh, we were looking at reporters. Sorry, no thank you, entertainment guy, we're good. Then we have versatile. I don't really need more experience because that comes naturally over time. We have while reporting, speeds up all reporters that are reporting in the same amount of 50%.
Yeah, I mean, the best I thought was versatile so far, but...
Yeah, it would be...
What's that guy?
It takes 50% longer to complete a story, but
No.
adds 1 quality star. Which would be fine, except we are currently a little short on typesetters, so we can't really... We have more stories that we can handle right now. Natural coordinator. Immediately locks next story for the news. Okay. Oh, but he's entertainment! We already have a plethora... If this guy literally just didn't have this entertainment tag, I absolutely would have taken him, because this is... Remember what I said is the greatest benefit about Psyker, which is a bronze trait? This guy does the bronze trait, but it's not random. It's automatic. So he is amazing, which is why he, as you can see,
do you
costs...
want to take him?
Well, the problem is we already have way too much entertainment. We can actually kind of use the sports and the... You know what? That's fine. We can use the sports and economy, and we'll get rid of the entertainment later on. We'll replace one of our psychic people with someone... we'll work it out later. You know what? We have at least 2 more reporters we have to hire for my min-maxing strategy, so I'll worry about filling those 2
When are we
gaps
going
later.
to hear about new stories?
As soon as I unpause the button, which I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to take 1 large sip. Well, hold on, I'm going to check this. ADD. So we need to order more paper. Let's quickly order more paper before we unpause. And then actually we probably need another one of these as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just unpause and go. All right. Oh, I'm gonna turn the volume up for us.
Yeah.
It shouldn't really change the volume for you guys at home, but you might hear a little
We go to
background noise.
I think 19 is where we usually are.
All right. Cool. So let me just quickly run this paper up. Yes, there's a guy whose job it is to do this, but I'm faster than he is, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. I need to hear a ding, game. Any ding would be nice. Seriously? Oh, this one's being worked on. 2 are being worked on. Okay.
Now, do we have any things that we have to put in the paper?
No, specifically these 4, but it's not just like that category. There are specific stories that will highlight. That we see this one? Here, I'm going to pause just to emphasize this point. See how this one has a tiny little exclamation point in the corner there, and it's kind of highlighted? That means this is a mandatory story. Unlike letting us pick, this one demands that we cover the bank hike.
Okay.
Yeah, now she's telling us exactly what I told you. This is a scoop. We need to get people to subscribe to your newspaper. Unlike most things, this guy is here. So this puts a time limit on what we actually can do. Oh. Okay.
We got it's
No,
an
no.
8-day story.
No, it's an 8-day story. But the issue here is, you see this spy? Oh, sorry. I thought this was the undercover tag. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, I'm so glad I hovered over it. Because if it was the undercover tag, we would have need to educate one of our reporters in undercover, which none of them are at the moment. But, you know, minor things. All right, Mr. Ligma and Mr. Christopher, you both need to do this job, and we are prioritizing this. Yeah, get it before they do, I know. As you can see, this tag needs to be in there, and this tag needs to be in there. An editor would let us remove tags. I think it actually removes sections rather than tags, but say if we had something that said, like, no adventurous stories this week, we could still do the story and print it. We just would remove this section of the story. Okay. But we would still need to research it.
Okay.
That was just some game stuff. Bold bake heist shocks Miami. Detectives narrow down suspects. I never took that drink. Okay, so that one's going, and this one's already happening. Cool. Unpause. Oh, I feel so much better. I was just rapid fire talking. Oh, toilet paper. I'm going to take this paper and drag it up to the toilet, even though it shouldn't be the same kind, but whatever. Cool. Another crime story that needs covering. Crap. We're looking at...
Masseria. That was a real mobster name.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was. I think that's an actual.
Well, we learned from the other day that at least a fair number of these articles are sourced from semi-real events, in the sense that these people may have existed, although the headline didn't read specifically what it says in the game. I'm just going to move her up. Oh, you were right. It is. Okay, so if anyone else heard that, there's thunder in the background. And, me and the old man were arguing whether or not it was going to rain, and he won the argument, I guess. Okay, cool. Oh. Okay, I suppose I should say that means there is a non-zero chance that the power might go out if there's something that we can't control. Why is this guy bitching about the lights? Oh, I need to move this over.
We're gonna hope not, guys.
Yeah, no, we're obviously rooting against the storm in this particular instance, or I guess most particular instances, and this is not something that I need to care about. Speaking of, you, please... 3 days, 1 hour until the next scoop is taking, so we have to get this story done, get to this stage, before he does, and he will do it in 3 days, so we have to deal with mobsters, and we have to deal with a spy. No, a spy is different from, and we don't have a European station yet. A spy is different from the cops. A spy is a essentially
rival newspaper.
Yeah, they come to sabotage our articles. Very unsportsmanlike of them. That's our security guard. I was gonna say, is the cop just waiting for? Cool. The second one of you gets back, which was probably this cab here.
I'm surprised we're not given more stories to work on yet.
We can only work on 3 at a time because of these guys, and there's 2 in this stack. or I guess there was 2 in this stack, but we just finished one. And there's one right here. So we can only learn about one more story, and not until the current reporter drops the article off, which...
Well, and some of the articles from last week.
Yeah, no, I don't have to worry about them. But these...
No, they're coming in, too.
Oh, they're being edited. I
Yeah.
think all the articles from last week have already been discovered. Ruined? Run. Playing football coach Roanoke?
Rockney.
Plane of football coach Rockney crashed. Reports of big plane crash just came in. Notre Dame's head football coach boarded the plane in Kansas City to fly to Los Angeles. He had just led the Fighting Irish team to the national champions.
Yeah.
He is a man who was revered all over
And
the
I
country.
think this is real.
The big story, we need to go and investigate. So, pause time. That seems to be a society sports piece. So, we have 3 society workers and 3 sports people available. We're going to go ahead and go with the fastest person who can get the story done in both cases. So we're going to put the fastest society worker there. Do I care about the lawsuit? Not really. Still would kind of prefer not to deal with it, but oh well. I don't need to prioritize this because it's not one of the objectives for the week, but if I have enough time, I'll make sure it gets through. And then 2 more...
We got 1 day left.
No. That's 1 day to assign reporters, not
okay.
1 day to finish. Yeah, once the reporters are assigned, then this counter doesn't mean anything anymore. Although, yeah, I also was a little confused by that when I first started playing, except I noticed that some of these, you know how it says on skill level, this got reduced from 1 day to 13 hours, 15 hours, and 16 hours because they all have different skill levels? There are some that'll say, like, 3 days, and then it'll say 1 day left to assign a reporter, and I'm like, how can they make a project 3 days long and give you 1 day to finish it? That's just not fair. And turns out that's not what's happening, so you're all good there. Still waiting on... Oh, no, I have a guy. I can assign this guy. Go, guy. 1 spy? 2 spies. Damn it. All right. So, spies, I was hoping not to have to explain this mechanic for a little bit. And then I'm still waiting 11 hours before I can do something with that one. Spies are people who come in and sabotage anything that's being worked on. That is part of the reason why I put all the editing stuff on this floor, is because they only stick on this floor when they do show up. I said there was a tactical reason why I was doing this, even though I think aesthetically it would make more sense to put the printing stuff like next to the garage where they'd be shipping from, but I get it. For gameplay reasons, it's better that all the editing and processing stuff is on the first floor, because when a spy does come, they will only be on the first floor. That's just tactics. Second, what actually happens when a spy shows up is someone from this side, always from this side I've noticed, will appear, walk along this side, confidently walk into your building, and they will often have the appearance of a reporter or an editor, or these clothes, which normally make someone distinguished from one of the public. They're already wearing that clothes when they come in, so they don't, as a gameplay person, you don't necessarily see them. They're there, they're not invisible, but because like your mind sort of edits out the things that you're not caring to, and which in this case is your staff members, it's very easy for them to go unchecked for a little while. The only thing that can remove them is the security guard, who's currently desperately waiting to take a shit. So I would really much like that to be done, so he can be useful. But he has to be standing next to them, like not necessarily directly next to them, but like somewhere on the same floor in their vicinity, which is why I put the security guard as close to the door as possible. Of course, that only works if he's still there.
How can we hurry up his taking a shit?
Well, the bathroom's got to be fixed first, and then once he finishes taking a shit, yes, I know. I just finished explaining what a spy was. Yeah. Yep. Keep talking. Finish her. You done talking? Okay. When the bathroom is fixed, he'll be the first one to take a shit. Looks like he's already finished what he's needed to do, and he's already walking downstairs. But even with that in place, all I have to do, well, not all I have to do, that makes it sound easy. I am, from this point forward, going to be staring at this floor, which is going to be a little bit boring, which is why I don't like having a spy. Because it will kind of force me to narrowly focus on this section of the map, even though we just finished decorating all this cool stuff.
Come on.
Yay! Okay, I like my decorating job. All right. I heard the bell. All right. This is being worked on. They're all going to be done in about 2 hours. This is going to be worked on. That's fine. This is waiting on 5 minutes, 2 hours, 22 minutes. So Carrie, which is her, has to come back from her job and then do this one. And that is the only way I'm going to be able to beat that one. Okay, this is an either or. I don't really care about that, but because, I mean, when I say I don't care, I mean it's not one of the things I'm specifically hunting for in this week. But I can use it to give, I guess, Stefan or Sergey some experience, and kind of feel like Stefan needs it a little bit more, so there you go. This had a higher risk because there was a police fine, but there was a silver tag, which means it was potentially more valuable in a news sense. But the police fine is kind of as annoying as the lawsuit, except instantaneous, where the lawsuit you have a chance to fight it. Anyway, still staring at the front. That's the other thing. Like, I keep wanting to look at other things, and I drift away from the front door, which I'm supposed to be staring at. All right, I gotta wait for Kelly to come back, and then I assign her that next job. The person who's a spy will always be walking confident like this too, but they're coming from the other side. You drop off your article immediately, please. Put it in.
Where's our security guard?
Put it in. I'm not worried about that. Put it in. Okay, cool. Sorry, she needed to finish that so I could do this. Security guard. Dang it. Is right now going to be fighting some mobsters who show up. So he's right here. Clark Kent's waiting for us. Where are you going now? No. I don't know where you're going, but I'm going to keep you on this floor because mobsters are showing up. Come on. There they are. The spy obviously doesn't get a little cutscene like this. Oh, there she is. There's the spy. There's the spy.
Can you get into her?
Oh, absolutely. I do have to wait. Yeah, sports. I know. There's so many things. There. Report spy. So that's one. They sent two. So she's going to leave on her own accord now. I have no idea where the security guard is. He's somewhere on the staircase. There he is. There's one mobster. There's two more to deal with. They're going the wrong way. They're going a way. Bounce him. Oh, he has to take a piss still. Oh my god, you're kidding. Bounce him. Not that I don't care about you needing to take a piss, but you should have done that earlier. I gotta improve the bathroom. Once he's done taking care of this mobster. There. Okay. I paused time so I don't need to worry about the spy. But this needs to happen so we're not in a situation where he is simultaneously trying to take a piss and also unable to do so. And then building, facilities, toilets. And
good, you've got 2 toilets now.
Yes. 2 toilets, 1 sink. I need a plant for smell reasons to go in between them, and then if you have a mirror, I don't have the mirror unlocked yet, doesn't look like, or it would be decorating. Yeah, I'm in decorating and I don't see it. Okay, eventually I'm going to put a bathroom mirror there, but for now, where is it? There. Tiles wallpaper. Alright, cool. Bathroom is better now. It should be better for them. We still have 1 spy remaining. The mobsters, pretty sure, just got bumped out, and 2 lawsuits pending, but I'm not necessarily worried about them. I do need... Wait, dang it. Nope. See-through. This guy. I will go ahead and fast-track your process of taking a poop, because I do not want to be out of pocket like I was last time. Go back to normal vision. Close this and unpause. We still have 1 more spy remaining. Alright. I'm sorry the mobsters smashed your desk. So I'm going to go ahead and take the work out of your hands and put it in this person's hands. Alright?
Okay, somebody just went in.
That was one of our guys. I saw him. He came from the right. The spies always come from the left. It is a slight game flaw mechanic.
I'm suspicious.
I know.
No, I see one.
I know. The lady, I see her too. I've got a strong eye on her, and she walked past. But this lady hasn't arrived yet. Also, I heard the bell ring. So this is still waiting. Yes. Okay, so we can... He's so close. All right. Ligma, you're going to finish it quickly enough. And he vanishes. Good. Prioritize this story, please. And this seems to be the economy story that we need to chase, which is good. Is this the fast forward guy that we got? Yes! Okay, so we immediately knocked the next story out. And then put Kelly in there as well. We got to prioritize these. And is it... Yeah, we're about halfway through the week. Let's actually take a look at what we have in the bank. First, I'm going to go ahead and sort by old news, because this is what we had last week. Scroll down. Move this up. Sorry, my OCD is going to quickly sort these by greatest number of pings, and then we're going to look at the actual articles. Okay. It won't take nearly as long as me describing it, so I'm going to just do it really quickly, and then explain my organization after. But it should be pretty clear by the time I'm done what I was prioritizing, why I was prioritizing it, where I put the things that I was putting. You know, all the good old stuff. I also completely forgot about my advertisement guy, so I'm going to make him work on the next advertisement right away. Alright, so what we're looking at are... Yeah, these two articles are hot topics, because they're sports-oriented, and these three articles are necessary for... Ooh! Apparently these three articles are the only things we need. Yeah, because there's two on this one. Alright. So these three articles between them have all 4 points that we must highlight, must have in our newspaper before we publish. It does seem like we're probably going to have enough time. Probably. This would probably be the only one that...
what is that category?
It's not. It's not the category. Well, I guess suppose it's the hopeful tag that they. But it's not even the category. It's this specific story is required.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. Like the scoops are different. This is not we can pick any story within the same category. We've moved on to the next stage where it's like now get a specific part of a specific story. So it wants the bold bank heist shocks Miami. It wants Joe, the boss, Massery killed. Police afraid of violent violent power struggle. Why was that so god? I'm gonna take another sip. Hold on 1 second. And then it also wants Gladewater Wells strikes oil.
Which
production rails accelerates.
And then the two hot ones.
Yes, those are separate from our weekly task. This is just because we happen to have covered the plane crash. Everyone cares about sports this week. So that's this one. And even if we don't actually publish this article, the hot topic still applies. This is from last week, and we still have the hot topic from last week. I forget. What does hot topic add? Do I gotta flip it? Silver. Oh, it's just a multiplier. Got it. Okay. So the hot topic doubles the value of any article. Oh, okay. So here's something... No, okay. I was going to say I was going to let you pick, but then I decided tactically it's probably best that we still do informational for the next 2 weeks. So that'd be here and here. So we want to be left-leaning. Which in this case means informational versus sensational. Not political left-leaning. That is a different criteria. Alright, so these are the 5 stories that we kind of want, and then the next 2 most valuable stories are already complete. These
what
two.
novelist is that? Do we know?
Store crowd at the controversial book sorting. No, it doesn't tell us the detail of the novelist on this particular one, but there will... This is... Like I said, there's 3 types of stories. Stories that clearly involved real people that probably happened.
Right,
stories that are generic that sound like the kind of story that would happen. And then, you know, straight up man bites dog. That feels like more of the more randomly generated ones. Okay, so this is our publishing priority. That's what we're working towards. And 650 stored paper. I think we're doing pretty good there. I think we can unpause. Oh, we're still waiting on one spy. Right, that's why I left this tag open. Alright, so you're going, that's fine. We have 4 days, well, 3.5 days to learn 9 things. That means each of you has to rotate through 3 stories. Should be doable. It'll be rough, but the last 3 should get through. Alright, lady, are you a spy?
No, I'm watching.
Also, move that. There's this guy. I bet it's this guy right here with the hat. Also, I heard the bell. We have... Capella beats Marshall in chess. Is that...
Well, it says it's a hot topic.
No, because it's a sports tag. That's about what I was... Like, I mean...
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying that chess isn't competitive. I'm just not 100% sure it qualifies as sport. Any more than poker qualifies as sport. But that is my humble opinion. I'm willing to concede because I know people also think that like a sport requires extraneous physical activity, so they rule out golf and darts. But yep, there's the spy. I was right. It's him. Get your ass upstairs so I can identify you. But both golf and darts have a level of precision that I think is comparable to archery. Get the hell out of here. That's what I thought. And the tag went away. Yes, no more spies, so I can look around now. Ugh, I hate being confined to a small area. Archery, which is also precision and is absolutely athletic, and everything that you would need in archery is the kind of, well, not the physical bow strength, I guess, but we have modern bows that cut that, quite, not out, but down considerably. But what I'm getting at, how come no one's working on this? Transporter, sweeping, mechanic. This is the mechanic. Oh, because you're eating. You're right here, you're eating. And so is she. Okay, so I need more food items, is what that has taught me. Food items? No, food items goes here for some reason, next to the toilets. Yeah, so I'm going to put this here. And is there one that I can squeeze in somewhere on the first floor? No. Maybe?
No.
No, there's no space. If there was one, because it's too wide, if there was one more gap, I'd be able to get it in there. But sadly, I am kind of stuffed to the gills. Does that refer to a fish that has been eaten?
What?
I just thought about the expression "stuffed to the gills" and immediately went to the.
No, it means this fish is eaten so much they can't eat anymore.
Yeah, and is that like makes them dumb and easier to catch?
No, it has nothing to do with anything other than.
But then how? But what I'm saying is, how would a human have noticed a fish stuffed to the gills? It would be we would have had to have caught the fish.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with the fish at this point. It has to do with.
Oh, sorry. That was executive employee relationships successful, better conditions coming to the factory floor. It's only a two-stage article, or sorry, a two-tag article. But I want until our reporters get like level 5, I think is about as high as they can get without bonus items. It's just worth the. What the hell is this? Can I? No, I thought I could close the door. It's just worth it for them to get the experience, whether or not I publish the story or not. Same thing with this. New Chief Justice. Let's go ahead and get Stefan a little bit of some of experience. Terry and Ronald are great, but I'm probably going to end up replacing them because they don't have a primary trait. And you can't train primary traits. You can only train secondary traits. So it's sort of like a wasted skill slot. I know I'm reducing human down to game mechanics, but let's face it, it is actually a game. So I feel less guilty about that when I look at someone and go like, yeah, he's a really inefficient coworker. You should move that person to this location to be so much better. And I'm like, yeah, he's just trying to pay his bills there, guy. And I'm like, yeah, but he sucks at his job. Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah, or what's the, I think I mentioned this before. It was, I still think about it every now and again. It was a Seth MacFarlane cutaway. I don't know which show, but it was probably Family Guy just because it's been on the longest. But it's two officers. And they're referring to like just a 6-car pileup, and they're talking about it's like Officer Gumdrop. And they're like, yeah, Officer Gumdrop was just a fantastic gumball machine. They just shouldn't have promoted him traffic cop. And it cuts to the like traffic where it's just like car after car crashing into each other in front of a gumball machine. It's like, yeah, you were really fine at the job you had. That doesn't mean you'd be good at any job in the related field. Obscure and elitist. I do want this guy has. It would be a waste of talent to put the natural coordinator on this story. So I'm gonna put the psychic on it.
Yeah.
America needs to shed dirt of EU influence and. I don't agree with that. Are you kidding? It's art. Art influences art. If anything, more exposure is good because you get different perspectives.
What's on the third floor? What's that flashing light about?
It's broken. There's also this light that's about to die, and I just saw the mechanic replace this bulb here. So there he is. He's working on it now. We only have one mechanic. I believe he has the speed trait. Yes, he has the speed trait. So he is about going as fast as he can go. We could hire someone else, but see, he will eventually get faster as he skills up.
Yeah, and
I'd rather save the money.
That's what I was going to go for.
It is annoying to watch things slowly break, but he does get to it before something like... See, he got to this light while it was blinking before it actually broke. So, he's doing okay. We are on Saturday. And... Sorry. And let's go ahead and train Stefan again. I'm really surprised he actually got done with his other story so quickly, but good for him. How are we doing on the publishing phase? We have... What the hell did I just... Oh... I've been watching... Sorry, this is more of the real world seeping in right now. I've been watching debates for entertainment, and I swear, as I flashed over one of these stories, I saw "No True Scotsman," which, if you don't know, is a type of fallacy that people use in debates occasionally to sort of move the goalpost on their personal argument. Anyway, clearly that's not what it said, but when I realized what it didn't say, I immediately knew what had happened. Why is there a delay? Because you're eating. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this article and move it to this person. Take this article, move it to this person. What's this? Take these two articles, move it to this person. Alright. With that...
That guy's pretty loaded.
He is pretty loaded. But the value of that, of what I just did, is... Hold on. You have it. I can't fast forward you. It just has to get to... Oh, no, it's here. Duh. Okay. Scroll... No, it's still the typesetter. Okay, no, it was right. Alright. Anyway, what I was going to say is what I did just now is I moved it all over to desks that have someone, because even if they have, let's say, 4 articles here, chances are only 1 or 2 of them are from these prioritized targets, and some of them might be from these. Even though I may have overloaded him a little bit and sort of...
He'll prioritize. I
hope so. The problem is if he's working on all 4 of our priority articles, then that creates a little gum up in the works no matter what you do. But should still have it. If I don't know which poor Russian accent I saw, but someone said something that was like, instead of microdose, they said microdose. And ever since then, every time I hear micro in my brain, it's micro.
How many days we got left?
We are on Saturday. So Sunday starts, and that gives us like 23 hours, give or take. So I'm really trying to keep an eye on these guys. We're at 18, and... Sorry, I heard the bell, and that made me pause. Okay, so this is done. I can manually move it to the next stage, which should actually cut some time down. Where is she? No, she's already on the right floor. Good. Where is he? He's right there. I can see him. Good. Or she, sorry. Sorry, Cynthia. Sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you. Alright, so this is good, this is good. Oh, sorry, you can tell with these little check marks what stage it's at and where it is. So, I don't know if you can tell, there's a tiny little black bar. That means even though it's not being worked on at the typesetter stage, it's at that typesetter desk. Whereas this one is at the desk before it, which is the copy editor, and when it finishes, it'll move. Anyway, suffice to say that there's information here that I'm gleaning. Anyway, this beeped. What the hell did you want? You want to tell me about the Boston Bake, potential run on Savings Bank. I feel like that'd be more of a panic thing, but whatever. Go ahead and get the psychic some experience. Yes, there's apparently a tiny little fruit fly in here that I'm noticing that's crawling across the screen. Okay.
I saw it, but I didn't want to say anything.
I know, but I wanted to call it out because one of these times in the past, I'm not going to mention which one in particular, we noticed a fly, I chose not to acknowledge it, and you tried to swat it, which ruined the entire recording setup for about 2 minutes.
Well, you know.
No, your heart was in the right place. Your hand was not. Planet Pluto. American astronomers named the newly discovered planet. Oh, buddy, I got news for you. God, Sunday. Okay. So now I got to go back to micromanaging. I always forget that I have to click or that won't go away. It might go away eventually, but anyway. And boop. And hi. This move immediately to you. So you're in the right place. You are already in the right place. You... Where are you? Here. You go over to she... Well, he... Yeah, he looks less stressed out than her. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it to this guy, even though it may take a little bit long. No, it just immediately said that was a fail condition. All right. Here you go. Okay. Now it says it's a failed condition, but I bet I can tease that a bit. So she's probably working on that. I can see it. So then she'll work on the next. Sorry. She seems to be working on. Remember what I said? It gets gummed up if one person is working on everything at the same time. Guess what? She is, but I do believe I should be able to micromanage push this through. I just kind of got to ignore this.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't actually have to be super focused in on the editing screen, though. I can just have this open so I can watch her and have something entertaining be on the screen for other people. Come on. Boop. Alright, so she just finished this one. Go over which one of you two guys is more done. You're not working on anything. Here, work on that. Uncomfortable workplace. Move stuff around. Oh, great. I can do that next week. We're on Sunday. Basically, what they're saying is someone is not comfortable and it's screwing with production times, which is something I should have known when I was doing the decorating, but we'll deal with that in a second. This is an article I kind of care about. Makes criminals rich. Yeah, that's kind of what prohibitions did, because if you're the only source in town, you get to charge whatever you want. Not to mention the various health regulations of having unregulated explosive ordnance being made. Anyway, enough about prohibition.
You want to hear about how your grandfather was a bootlegger?
Yes, please talk about that, because that's more it's more interesting than what I'm working on.
Okay, so imagine a small northern Montana town 30 miles from the Canadian border with a literally a dirt road called the Bootlegger Trail. And people would bring down cases of whiskey and probably vodka and other things from Canada. And it was real. It wasn't like made in the homemade stills. So it was very valuable. And what they would also then do is they would go around the whole West and buy used cars. And they would bring them to this small town, which was a railroad stop, and they'd put them on train cars, flatbed train cars, and send them to Chicago to be sold. But every conceivable place in those cars was filled with illegal booze bottles. Probably 25 or 30 per car. And maybe even more. I
feel like that's probably a lot of padding. Because, glass... I mean, their product is based on how much liquid they get back. So it's not just like they're throwing it all in there haphazardly. I don't want to pay money for a story I don't need. Yeah, no, oh God, what was not the one you got married to, but the other version of Thunder Road. Well, there was thunder over thunder.
Yeah, that's a great Robert Mitchum song.
I knew that name.
And he's a great actor too. And
well, some people have it all.
He was. You ready for this? In the early 60s, he was considered one of the 3 toughest Hollywood actors. He was one of the other 2 was Lee Marvin, ex-Marine, combat veteran. Really, believe me, he had major injuries. He came back, and the third one was Burt Lancaster, and nobody could figure out why Burt Lancaster was gay. And by being tough.
He, saved himself, I'm sure, a lot of hassle.
Yeah.
For years. That was kind of... When we showed that to nephew, grandson, I wondered if that would... I don't remember what we specifically... I don't think we needed to go into... We forgot to give the ad guy more work. Damn it. When we showed him Clue, which is great Mel Brooks, like truly one of his better works. Not that he has, well, he's got a couple work, but like he hits above the bar more often than not. But there's a bit where it's not Professor Plum. I'm trying to remember, not Colonel Mustard. Green. Whoever Green, like Mr. Green.
Okay.
God, he's got a moniker as well. Anyway, he was being blackmailed over working in American intelligence and being gay. Because there was a point in history, and in British history too, that's part of the reason why Turing didn't get knighted until after he passed, where they considered homosexuality specifically, like it was permitted in terms of society to a certain extent, but they considered it a security risk because you must be super promiscuous if you were.
And the reason you were a security risk was because someone could find out and blackmail you to your family and friends and yada yada. Because you couldn't really come out, because in a lot of places it was illegal.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, weird.
And discriminatory and absurd.
Yeah. You know, all the fun stuff. Okay, so we need 2 more gaps to fill. We have 3 of our 4 objectives here. Sadly, this one didn't get finished in time.
Wait, Joel the Boss didn't get finished?
Yes. So we will have that for next week. But here's the kicker: next week we won't have the scoop tag around it.
Yeah.
We will get a different story with the scoop tag.
So wait a minute. I think it's on. Go to the pages.
These?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you already put it in there.
No. It's right here on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're looking at now is. Let's see. We can, I suppose, tag entertainment with one. Ooh, sloppy work. Oh, right, because that was I didn't fix their living environment. All right, so I think that. I just saw it. What was I looking at? Oh. This one. It was either going to be this one or the entertainment one. And they're virtually the same. Oh, wait, no. The ad has money. Give me money. Okay. So I think this is the best possible paper that we can produce this week.
I think so, too.
Let's just go over quickly. We got the bank heist in the front, the crime rising, the oils thing, which is a nice juxtaposition against the rising crime. Because there's more money for everyone to steal. And then we have Home 9 falls within the town ball match. There's a sports thing because it's a hot topic. We have the story of the plane crash. We have a bank report, just a basic bank report, I guess. Executive employee relations have been successful. Novelist draws crowd at a controversial book signing, and an advertisement for the Hudson Theater Company. Oi, okay, so I think that seems like a good
Let's
paper.
go.
Ring, ding, ding. I do like that little animation. All right. That also should have put us fairly into the left-hand side of the informationalist column, which is what I was going for. Feel pretty good about that. And 3 out of 4. So we didn't defeat him, but we did get, I don't know, a little bit of progress. And we finally worked with this guy once, which is what we needed, because now I believe we've unlocked... Well, let it finish doing its summation thing. Wow, we didn't get any new ads. And increased by about what? 5%? No, 20%.
No.
Oh no, that's because I bought stuff. That's not a regular upkeep thing. That's a specific upkeep thing. All right. Now, what I should have done is okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is the setting up the tension between the general and the high society lady. As you can see, if he gets a positive rating, she gets a negative rating, and vice versa. But there are some articles between the two of them that don't piss off the other one, and I have to prioritize those massively, because that is the only way to get the benefit of the veterans camp, and we are going to fully pursue this thing because I want to unlock the, where is it? The Steinbach residence, because I know that you're going to get a kick out of that, and I kind of want to get a kick out of it too. All right, so you're telling me to follow Scoops, and you're telling me to follow Scoops as well. Awesome, because both of these people print politics the most, print society most, don't print any politics. So theoretically, he's less restrictive. So I'm willing to do his mission. Hold on. Crime, entertainment, economy, evidence can appear anywhere, and entertainment. So this is going to be a heavy crime and entertainment based mission, which is not politics. So I think I'm sort of backed into accepting this guy's mission. And because I want to open the European radio tower, because I don't want to miss World War II. I know that's a weird sentence to have said, but I think in order to move forward, narratively speaking, we need the European radio tower, and we can only get it by doing this district. So I guess we're taking on Mr. Corncob Pipe guy. That's not a corncob pipe. That's
Looks like
it's like a Sherlock Holmes pipe, but like, there's a name for it anyway.
I know.
Selecting this district. We already have our sponsor. We do have some influence we can spend, but
let's try and get some ads too.
An ad agency. Okay. I think I'm just gonna save these 6 influence points for when I can spend it on something slightly more productive like these. Because I'm going to need at least 16 to open one desk, which is a lot. And can I open one of these for 8? Yeah, I would maybe have done the 8. But we only have 6, so next time. Alright, I'm going to take a big old sip of my drink while this loads in. Oh my god, hold on. Thank you. The speed up transition, let's find out how to get it. Play. This. Boost crate transportation. Here. Dumb way to crate transport lines for crate. Yeah, okay, cool. Are you done? And then this one. Let's find out where it is. Here it is. Oh, I can't hit the X? Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is a problem. There, okay, I had to click on that. Alright, that was frustrating. And then the third thing is... yeah, pneumatic tube. Also, that's how you spell pneumatic? With a P?
Yeah.
It's like phone?
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay. Pneumatic tube. Alright, even in my test playthrough I didn't mess with that because I was manually doing everything. Alright, okay, so selected, we're good there. Oh, that's right, we're not even in the menu. Ha! She was just complaining to me about things. Anyway, hiring. We have... this is production. Whoa. Nope. Sorry, I thought this was something specifically tied to advertisement. It is not. Reporter, we have... No, those are night owls. We have too many psychics. That's just someone who's cheap. And cheap, and trash tolerant, which would be great, except I have waste bins everywhere, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. We need to do at least one scoop. We're fine there. That'll happen automatically. We need to sort out these stories specifically, and those 2 lawsuits will expire in one day and cost us about 1,000, maybe.
Yeah, we can't spend, in that case, we can't really spend any money because you only got like 2,000, right?
That says 17. We're
Oh,
fine.
never mind.
We are super fine. Yeah,
I was reading 1,700.
No, I know. When I did the construction, I waited until I had 10,000 saved. In fact, oh my god. Dang it. All right, so one more week. I don't like doing it once things have started. I'm going to add another floor, and then we're going to. Okay, yeah.
Let's.
Sorry.
Are we rolling?
No, time is not unpaused. I'm going to go ahead, order more food, order more paper. Because we need those. And let's see, you are taking a poop. I can actually see you taking a poop. I think we're just, we just wait for these two telegraphers. You know, I do enjoy the joke of putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, but when you do it accidentally, it's a little bit off. I don't think this is an either. No, this is not an either or. This is a both, and it's going to get us one spy in the process. I'm okay with that because we have to do it. But I have to remember because the spy's not going to show up until we trigger that. So when that triggers, I have to pay attention to it. In the meantime, Alexander Ligma, guess what? You're covering the mysterious mansion murders. A chilling discovery of multiple bodies inside an opulent mansion. God, they don't make movies like that anymore. Mainly because everyone has cell phones, so it's way harder to do the everyone's isolated in a cliff top, mountain situation. Harder, not impossible. You gonna tell me? Yeah. See, the highlighted thing went away from this thing, which is sad. Ah, well, say la vie. I could manually move these crates, but, well, I'll do a couple of the papers while I'm waiting for the next article to pop. Oh, there it is. Okay, pause this. This is going to involve mobsters and a chance of arrest. Okay, arrest is annoying. Do I have anyone lucky? No, I didn't see anyone. That's right. I haven't seen anyone with the lucky trait in a long time. Okay, so nope, and nope. I was just checking to see if their power's triggered. So it looks like she has the highest level society strength right now, so she will cover the story faster than the others, so she gets the slot. The mobsters I don't care about because unless my security guard has to take a piss break, he should be fine. And then I'm a little bit worried about the police arrest, but I should be able to, even if one of my guys gets arrested, replace it with a different reporter.
And bail him out.
I don't have a lawyer, so I don't have bail right now as an option. Wait. I have... Where is it? I have a lawyer desk. What am I doing? Oh, no. I rotated through the hiring staff already. We may not be able to get a lawyer this round because I was stupid. But we'll see what happens. Assembly, sales, desk, lawyer desk. You here? And hired lawyer. Okay, we do have a lawyer. Okay. It must have manually replaced someone. They're functionally the same to me. Let's go with Mabel. Alright, Mabel, you are now my lawyer. I am now much less worried about the police situation. In fact, you're probably not going to get either one of these completed in time, but here. Work on these lawsuits. Sorry, that was my bad for not hiring you much sooner. If we have to pay it out, I'm not going to fire you. Okay. Actually, I will eventually replace her with a better lawyer, but this is just to get through the day. There are lawyers that have better production stats. If I make traits? I don't know how to put it. There are technically better lawyers, but we just need someone to fit the bill for us. And hopefully not charge a lawyer's fee. Because they're exorbitant. Not that I know. I thankfully have not had to require the services of a lawyer.
I hope you never have to.
Well, let's see how things turn out with my neighbor. I'm kidding. I heard a ding, right?
I didn't.
There it is. Yeah, sometimes the ding will go, but there's no little orange exclamation point, so you have to manually check to see if there's a blue one. I don't know how it prioritizes the alerts. I suppose I could probably figure out some of them, but... there's the bell again. See, there's no orange thing, but I definitely heard it. Yep. Alright, this has a chance of a spy. A chance of a spy. But I don't have anyone free for right now, so I have to wait for both...
That doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to wait for both of these people to turn in their articles. There's one of them right there.
Don't we have a spy anyway from that?
No, we cleared the 2 spies from last week.
But I thought we have another one in one of the stories.
We do. It hasn't triggered yet. That's this one. See? It hasn't happened yet, but I knew it was coming, so that's why I was frustrated. But I'm just planning ahead so I can suffer twice. You know.
Well,
it's better than suffering longer. Okay, by now they should have turned in their articles. Yes, they both did. Okay, so you get this one. You get this one. Boop. 1 spy. That's not terrible. And sometimes you can get like 4. It is not fun. And okay, so we have now gotten this article, which is 2 of 5. So that's checked off. It's only Tuesday. I'm a little bit worried. There's 3 of 5. So we're over halfway there for Tuesday. That's not terrible. We probably have this. We were facing a little bit of difficulty last week because I didn't micromanage quickly enough, I guess. Ding? I heard the ding.
I'm not hearing the dings now.
Oh, that's probably a good thing. That more has to do with my, I don't know, the dog whistle, that's the wrong term, 300. The super focused hearing of having played a lot of this in test. I mean, I could turn it up a little bit.
No, but I could hear it at the beginning of the game.
Huh. Maybe they're different quality dings? Also, I'm like holding my ear to the grindstone. That's not the term I want. Holding my ear to the door. There we go.
I saw. I imagine.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty picture in my brain either.
It was no.
Yeah, I am specifically because like that is one of the triggering things that indicates that the next thing is supposed to happen. So that is one of the things I am keen to focus on. Do something. Ting, ting, ting. All right, I can fast forward a little bit. I don't like that fast forwarding noise it makes. I mean, it's sort of aesthetic in the sense that it reminds me of the old VHS sounds, but anyone gonna turn their work in, please? Spy. I forgot. That's why I don't fast forward. That's why I don't focus on those screens. I gotta wait for the spy to show up. I don't think we missed it. I don't think we missed it.
Okay.
Because like he does get an alert. Like I've been preempting the alert because I've been keeping my eye out for the spy, but he does like he gets a little thought bubble in his head that says, "Huh, that guy looks suspicious," but you are the one who has to notice it. But he does give you hints. Trying not to cover him for too long. There you go. Mobsters I don't care about. Yeah, stop taking me away from the corner here because I want to make sure I can see them. And these 2 popped off while I was focused on that. Didn't trigger and didn't trigger, so they're both functionally the same. Let's give him some experience. High school weather balloon launched. Mistakenly carries off the school chalkboard. That is a very powerful weather balloon. But hey, I bet they won the science experiment.
No, it's just the idea that that happened, and I guess that it
would be newsworthy.
That it was be newsworthy, but
you grew up in small town Montana.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the exact kind of thing that would spread at least 3 towns over. Which for most, states would be, entire time zones.
Yeah.
Or I meant to say...
no, that works.
It does, but I meant to say zip codes. I heard... Yeah. So that was the mobsters getting dropped off. Are you going to hop into action there, Mr. Officer?
Here they are.
1, and... Time. That little clock above his head, by the way, shortens as he gets experience, which should be kind of obvious, but... Figured I might as well mention it. There he goes. Alright. No more mobsters, and it didn't look like any of the stations got damaged, so we just have to wait for these guys to get over their ingrained trauma. This guy. I wonder if I pick him up. Nope. Sorry, I picked up the wrong guy. Sorry.
Her.
This person?
No, coming to the doors.
Oh, she's not walking fast enough. They always have that. New York prepares to unveil the world's tallest skyscraper with President Hoover set to switch. I always forget that there was a President Hoover in addition to the FBI guy. Set to switch on the tower lights in Washington. At 1,250 feet, the Empire State Building will claim the crown of modern ambition. Get ready, publisher. This news is about to rise above the clouds. That's funny. Very funny. Okay, so this one is the focused story, and it looks like as soon as Christopher Pistachio gets back, we'll be able to complete that. He has the highest skill in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and give him the 1 day, 12-hour story. In the meantime, you guys can each take the day story. Alright, now I just got to wait for him to come back. He's probably in this taxi cab, if not already. Yeah, he's probably in that taxi cab. Over here we have also for Christopher Pistachio, but since the time-sensitive story is far more important than that one, we're going to go ahead and wait on that. There's another ding just while we happen to be watching, and another society story. This isn't good. This is not good. 1 day, 3 hours. We got it. 14 hours. So she will become available in time, but oh my goodness, are we cutting it close. Oof, okay. So I have to watch that very carefully. Christopher Pistachio. One of you, that's Alexander Ligma. There he is, you. I'm taking the report out of your hand because it's even faster, and then I'm immediately assigning you to, come on, wrong one, this one. Yoink. Okay. So they got this one, and the second...
they're all prioritized.
Yes. And Ligma, oh my god, Ligma also counts. All right, so Ligma, what I meant to say is that he also has a society trait, so that means I can send Ligma to this story without having to wait. Crap. He could get arrested, so we might be waiting on the other 3 guys after all. All right. Ligma nuts! Oh, you did it! You did not get arrested! Oh, yes. Well done. Okay. And then I guess we can wait for Katie Gonzalez, and all of those guys are going to be occupied, but we have 6 days to worry about that, and they're going to be done in about 14 hours, I think was this quickest one, so we're good there. Katie, let's go ahead and hand your story into this guy, and then immediately assign you here.
Harlan County.
Yep. Gunfire in Harlan County, county dubbed Bloody Harlan. Interesting. Not exactly a... Well, then again, for a large portion of my life, Baltimore, Maryland was locally known as Bodymore Murderland because it was the highest per capita highest per capita of murders in any U.S. city in the U.S. for, like, at that point, 7 or 8 years running. It was a problem. And that's why The Wire is set there. I mean, that was a nice aside, but it is also partially true.
Now, we still on a lookout for a spy?
Yes, and I think it's actually this guy walking with confidence. Because they got that confident walk, and into the door he goes. All right, I got to wait for him to hear. This time I'm going to let him walk past the security guard so you can see how the security guard alerts. I'm still going to react pretty quickly, but... And... There. All right, so... Now I got to identify him. But, like, see, those exclamation parts would, like, trigger to sort of let you know. It's like, hey, there's a spot. It wouldn't just be you, like, micromanaging watching. He does give you an alert. But, like, for example, if, say, I had a slightly tall news tower and I was over here, I'd have no idea that that particular alert happened.
Right.
So that's why I, like, when there is a spy coming, I, like, focus on this. Or, like, I don't have this window open because, you know, it covers the entire screen. Okay, so they're coming back with their 2 articles. Stefan there and Linda there. I could have waited for them to walk up the stairs, but I see for a fact that we're waiting on one of these, and both of these will work, so let's go ahead and allow Linda to do it. Board lands 240 miles away. That's not bad. It's a nice distance. Nice. All right. 4 more hours until that's done, and that'll put society as the major piece for this week, but we care more about this. We still haven't received one of our two, potentially, of our necessary articles. So I would really like a lot of these stories to clear up.
What are the two necessary articles?
Well, I don't know what they are yet, but one of them is going to have an adventurous tag, and one of them is going to have an inspiring tag.
Okay. So do we have any in
And we have to take specifically the one that they're looking for. So it's not just any one. It specifically has to be the one that we fought
otherwise,
for a
I
scoop
was thinking
for.
we have some in the...
We do. But that was only for non-contested areas.
Society.
Yes. We do have a few of those, I think. I haven't organized this, but you know what? It's about the halfway... It's actually past the halfway point. It's late for me to do this. This is sloppy and... Oh, it's not late. It's just sloppy. Oh, I forgot! We talked about it. I completely forgot. No wonder it's sloppy. One of these guys is uncomfortable. And I'm going to figure out who. You guys. Yeah, something about you guys. You need comfort. This prestige. There you go. That's what it was. Okay, I can instantly solve a lot of these problems. You sell. Confirm. Nice light. You sell. Yeah, I'm going to manually do all these, but in exchange, everyone will be much happier to be in the building. Sell. Boop. Sell. Boop. That did nothing. Oh, that was prestige. That is this one. Oh, I don't even have the option yet. Okay. In that case, comfort. It doesn't tell me what's pissing these people. You know what? Fine. You're getting the poster. That should influence. Yeah. Okay. So now, God, I really want this to be in the other place. Okay, but the Hawaii poster is now here. So that means both of these two people are benefiting from some green. She's benefiting from some green, although she does have a little broken heart thing. Yeah, not ideal.
You can't really fix a broken heart.
No, sorry.
Wait,
that broken heart is supposed to represent uncomfortable. I don't know why they chose broken heart, but the green bar is what we want. We want the green bar underneath all. You know what I can do? I was going to say I can give them a plant, but apparently I can't. Seriously, do I have the option? There's nowhere, not even on the ground, I can put this. Well, darn. Alright, well, I guess these people are going to have to suffer a bit. Until I unlock more things to mess with their comfort, they're going to continuously produce slopper production. This is a bit annoying. First of all, I can move... Yeah, so this is the only old news. Move this down to the bottom. Let's actually reduce all these so I don't have to quite stare at so much.
Wait a minute. Empire State is a big story, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be probably on the front page.
I'm not 100% sure what you're getting at.
I just was watching you.
Yeah, this New York tall structure is literally not the Empire State Building. This is old news. This is from last week, and it says tower stores at over 800 feet.
Right. But I was talking about the new one.
Yes, so that is one of these ones I haven't looked at yet. What I'm looking at right now is this is priority. This is priority. This is thick. This is not priority, and it has a negative tag, so that moves it down. This has a negative tag. This is only one tag, even if it is hot topic. This is there. This goes roughly here. This goes much higher. All right, I think that's... This goes higher. Roughly in terms of priority, in terms of like what is valuable to us, this is sort of what we're looking at. So what we have is city dairy recall. That's not great. Also, these should be prioritized. This should also be prioritized. Triple murder, shock city, gang leader caught. And then that's already complete. I don't really need to prioritize this. Oh, he's walking with it? Got it. Alright, so that's our current layout for production priority. So these things at the top are the things we kind of want to focus on. We have 2 days to do it. We haven't discovered those other 2 articles yet, so I don't think they're going to pop up in enough time for us to cover it. I'm also going to don't want to look at those bars, so I'm removing the comfort coverage. We are going to print at least 1 scoop, so we do have that for us going at least.
Do we know that we have a scoop?
Yeah, this guy. No, you're correct. We don't have a scoop. This one's really close. This guy looks more done, so let's put that there. And then this one's a little bit further away, but I believe should get done in time. Oh, both of these are what we're looking for. Okay, so 3 days? Probably not. 2 days, because we're at the end of Friday. Yeah, so these aren't probably getting done, but we should still pursue them because I don't want him to steal publishing rights from us. Rights? Yeah. Cool. His psychic power activated, which is fantastic, because now I get to check Alexander Ligma's nuts again and see if he gets arrested again. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh my god. Alexander Ligma nuts. Apparently he is got away with police. Twice. Sweet. And then over here we have entertainment, which is, I guess, just this guy. So there you go. Yep, neither of those are going to be done in time for us to publish them, but it's still necessary, well, not necessary, advisable that we pursue them. This is not like Hugh chases 2 hares catches neither. This is whatever chasing you do builds up endurance for your running stat. Stamina is what I meant to say, but damn, I've been playing too many video games. That was one of those, time-killing questions that one of my friends asked me at work once. If you could take any trait from a video game and transfer it over to real life, what would it be? I sort of preemptively decided that meant any power that I had, anyone else would also have. So, yeah, infinite lives would be great, but that means everybody has infinite lives, so no one dies except by old age, and that kind of sucks. And then there's saving and pausing and rewinding, but again, everyone has that ability, so everyone would be save scumming until theoretically, at enough times of monkey hitting the typewriter, a perfect day would happen where everyone would be satisfied with the save and restart powers. But after eons of working that out, congratulations, you got 1 more day, and then it's tomorrow. I feel like Linda probably would be quickest. And then over here we have, it doesn't really matter, so let's go ahead and train the only guy that has a stat that matters. Or, sorry, a secondary stat. Cool. I forgot what I was talking about, because that's ADD. I'm going to take a nice sip from my drink here. By the way, we can currently get our entire tower on 1 screen, but obviously you can start stacking up the floors, and tower can get pretty tall. Obviously, the Empire and Chrysler Building in the background are supposed to indicate that no matter how tall they get, they will still be bigger, because historically they were for quite a while. I haven't played this game long enough, but I wonder if this skyline would eventually include the Twin Towers as well.
No. Because we're only in the 30s now.
I know. I mean, that's what I said, if we can play this game long enough. All right, thank you, Sunday morning. Take a look at what we absolutely need. We absolutely need this. Is this going to get done in time? Yeah, 6 hours. Okay, so in 6 hours this is going to get done. That's fantastic. Going to go ahead and... How am I going to do this? All right, so...
The city dairy, we call it, might count as a scoop.
No, it does. It does. It's got the shiny thing on it. These 2 are the only scoops that we've been able to secure in time. Oh, this one technically isn't done yet. This is probably going to be our headline front page article. I kept skipping 2 words in that sentence and it messed up. What I'm focusing on right now is minute details. Like, I want this to be still in this column because it'll check off that box and then be, check off Scun. It will check off this box, and we want that checked off as early as possible. And I'm just pursuing multiple goals here. And then we also have the mayor, which we are going to automatically succeed at. But this should go on page 2 for a positioning reason. So even though I would prefer to put that on front page, it has to go on page 2 for us to be able to reap some other benefits. There you go. Okay, and then...
That's a nice pairing.
Prohibition criminals rich and the Moss. Yes, that is actually a nice pairing. Leave it to the professional to notice things like that. Alright, so what we have next is this. Might actually get done in time. 21 hours, no, I'd have to... Well, I'm going to mark this and then keep an eye on it. Who has it? Okay, so you have it. Come on. 20. It's not going to click, it's not going to click, it's not going to click. 10 hours. Oh yeah, no, there's no way we're getting that in time. Okay, well, you know, worth checking. Alright, so that means, going back to our published list, this is going to click over in a couple seconds, so I'm going to wait for that to click. Boop. Alright. They also told me this happened. Ooh. Unpopular. A slum clearance project at the Capitol. Hey, it's the bonus army. Sorry. This is sort of an inside family joke. I did a middle school report on the bonus army, and you know, it was interesting. If you haven't looked it up, I would recommend it. I sadly can't recall that middle school article with quite enough prevalence to be able to talk about it right now, but it was interesting. You offer to pay the soldiers money and then don't pay them, and then suddenly you got a bunch of pissed off soldiers on your front lawn.
I wonder if that's gonna. Somebody told me that ICE was not getting their bonuses.
Oh, no. Well, for certain, they haven't been paying TSA. I don't know about the other agents. If I were the guy trying to, you know, cultivate my own private police force, I would definitely make sure they got paid first, as opposed to... So,
well, today, in addition to going into space again...
Yeah.
We, I think that the two parties came to a compromise on funding the Department of Homeland Security. So.
Oh, the last private police force done by the. Anyway, sorry, I am a bit of a cynic at heart. Wonder where I got that from.
I don't know. It's...
Okay, so it looks like I can do one right-leaning article here if I need to, and it won't mess with anything too severe. So this looks like it's going here. And then do I have another society on stat? I guess I have this one.
Yeah, we need it.
Okay, yeah, these two, although we started them, they didn't get finished.
Is that a society story?
Which?
New York's tallest structure?
It's labeled as such. I'm guessing high society funded the tower?
Well, it's weird because... No, never mind.
Anyway, we got 4 negative tags. That's the sloppy work and the late tags, because they're a little bit uncomfortable, and where was it? Yeah, this one was technically from last week. But, you know, I just realized, you're right. Yeah, the Empire State Building article is actually going to publish next week, which is fascinating. Actually...
That works.
Yeah. Is this a full paper? I think this is a full paper. I think I can just hit the start switch.
And I
do want
it is, it's full, right?
Yeah, it's full. It's full. But I do realize that, like, there's no demerit to letting these guys get the experience of finishing up. So I'm going to go ahead and let the clock run out. But you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't care about it and there's no spies. I'm going to fast forward. There we go. Now I can just hit the start button. Alright, and it broke. It broke for something we can fix next week. It's still fine for this week. You're fired! Yeah. Okay. 3 out of 5 ain't bad. And we have those 2 bookmarked for next time, but they won't count because the scoop will, lose its scoop thing. Now that's journalism, fast, sharp, and on the message. You gotta, yeah. You're very happy that I promoted you. All right, there we go. Ooh, excuse me.
So we got an international.
We did in fact get access to the international telegrapher desk. That is, leave recap here. Europe radio tower, and 16. Oh, we are so close. We can't unlock it yet. I am so annoyed. So that's another week of missing Europe, sadly. But that also means I can't spend any more influence points. Which means even though I have enough to to acquire another telegraphing station, I should wait to get the European one because it's more valuable to us.
Yeah, I would go.
But the advantage here is we now have access. I mean, there's tons of gray areas, as you can see. But we now have access to all the primary facilities. So we have like 1, 2, all 4 quest givers. And then we have both radio towers. And right here, there we are, is the industrial harbor, is all our production stuff. So we have all the basic things that we need, which means we don't have to hunt specific... Oh yeah, and the lawyer and the ads. So that means we don't necessarily have to hunt specific districts down, which means we can start playing catch-up for some of the ones that we missed earlier in the sessions, because we're not nearly on as much as a time crunch. Yeah, print politics the most, and... ooh, you're back to doing page combos. Okay, so... Navy ship. I think what we want to do is this guy because it's the least restrictive. And then, let's see. We can do Woodmire. We could do Laurelton. We can do Long Island City. Or we can do Hoboken. Which of those feels like something that you want to try? Oh, I guess we could also do Long Beach down here. But I want to wrap up one of those, because I don't like these little half-shaded-in areas.
Well, if we cover, like, the last one and the second to the last one, it seems like we've covered more of the central area. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Tactically, I mean, it does. Tactically, it doesn't make much difference, but I do like what you're going with, so let's go ahead and wrap that up. So we're going to start with Hoboken and then move over to Long Island City, finishing up with, this is covered, Lawton was what I said, and then Woodmire and Long Beach. So I feel like that is our new path forward. We're doing pretty good. I have to start the next week, but then, because that's how the save game works, but then I'm going to immediately pause, turn to you, and say, how are you feeling? We've done 2 weeks.
We've done 2. I think if we can do another week in half an hour, we'll be cool.
Half an hour, we might be able to.
Let's go fast.
So here's my counter pitch.
Or we could. I'm also can.
Here's my counter pitch.
Okay.
First of all, there's police going on in the background. Sorry, we're gonna wait for that to pass. Anyway, we have almost $20,000. It takes $7,000 to add a new floor, and there are several facilities I'd like to add / manage, like, giving our lawyer a proper office, making the bathroom on multiple floors, giving them reporters 2 floors next. There are a few minor adjustments that I would very much like to make. But because I am obsessive, that will take about 10 minutes of me just moving things around. And tactically, it's better if we get that out of the way before the week starts. So
I agree.
What I'm suggesting is we do that, and then before starting the actual week proper, we stop.
Sounds good.
So everyone is going to be lovely and sit where they are currently sitting. God, that was difficult to say for some reason. It's up to 17 now. That's worrisome. It's increasing. We do have ads now, so that's neat. But all that is next week stuff. What I'm doing right now is building. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm coming out. Sorry, I suddenly got that song stuck in my head. First, we're gonna add the floor. Then we're gonna take literally everything that's on this floor, move it up one. Boop. Perfect. Yeah, I just learned. All these people are now in the dark, which is why they're uncomfortable. I mean, like literally in the dark, but that can be solved with these lovely Art Deco lamps.
One more at least.
3.
That should be enough.
Yeah. I will eventually want 4.
Right. Well, you're gonna
right
split it up.
Let's see. You available power. Oh, I forgot about that as a thing. Sorry, I'm thinking about where I would want my power station. I know this is one of those things for tactical reasons that you would want to have next to the garage, but I think for gameplay reasons, I want to keep it as high as possible. So that'll be the next floor, which I'm saving up 10,000 for. I already have 10,000, but that would give us no margin of error. Let's see. Let's go ahead and where's this? I want the standard wallpaper because that's going to frustrate me otherwise. This is going to be our second reporter floor. This is eventually going to become an entire printing floor by itself. So these guys do need to move up, but I don't have a lot of space for them. So for right now, what I'm going to do is... Okay, Mr. Advertisement Guy, guess what? You are now the only person on this floor.
Well, the lawyer's going to be there too.
No, I kind of want to keep the lawyer up here.
Okay.
The lawyer has no reason to move up or down the stairs. Whereas the advertisement guy, once he's done writing his articles, he has got to go drop them off.
Yeah.
The lawyer, the lawyer doesn't do his own legwork. Come on now. That's why you have.
Paralegals.
Yeah. Also, very important that there's a staircase there, but I should move this there. No.
I like it in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And looks like this side is slightly larger. So, yeah, I know. Give me a second. This goes here because the maintenance guy needs some love. I think this had to go over this door. Oh, no, there it is for heat and smell reasons. Go here. And there was also wallpaper that I needed for that where, yep. Now it's less stinky because it's tile, which feels like it's easier to clean, but wouldn't be necessarily less stinky, but whatever. Lawyer, and then add one more. Come on. Lady, please. I understand. I understand. I understand. Oh! I guess I had to click on her for that to go through. Yeah, my power's at 94%, but that's fine. I don't necessarily need it to be any higher right now because I'm just trying to find a lawyer's desk, please. Thank you. All right, 2 lawyers. There, and a trash can between them. There. So that is...
Is there a heating duct there?
There is not. Let's go ahead and take a look at comfort levels. You know what I can do is a small plant, vent above the door, vent above the door, clock. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. That's why I had the clock around. It wasn't just it was practical. Sorry, I just realized how foolish I was being. Okay, so this goes here, this has to go here, so... Alright. Everyone gets a clock.
Everyone gets a clock?
Yes, because that right now, in the future I'm going to have better options, but right now the best option for making people feel comfortable is apparently having a clock nearby.
I think one of the upper floors needs one too.
Yep. Just going through the list. There's this floor. This is a dead room anyway. I mean, not dead, but in the sense that.
Okay, you got one. You got one in that room.
I do not.
You do too.
I
Go
got
back. Oh, I'm in a different room.
Yeah. It
Okay.
goes
there, you can go right between.
I'm actually about to do something slightly different, which is this, and then add one here. Excellent. Excellent. The lawyers could use a clock. And this guy could use a clock. And then
the
this
third floor needs. Yeah.
This one could use at least two. Right now, the only person on there is the advertising guy. This is going to be a second reporter floor eventually. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, then this will be 8. So 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep. So perfect. So that'll be the ad guy. This will be the lawyer floor. You're starting to see the shape. When I add one floor, the next highest floor is going to be nothing but power. Like I'm going to need a power bank and all that stuff. And the only reason I would need a power bank, by the way, is to get more page modules in here. God, they need some more vents, apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here. Yoink. So just every possible space. Sorry. I know, fiddling around with small details.
I'm surprised you need that many vents.
You don't. There's a better fan you get later on. That makes this less of a problem, but we don't have access to that fan yet, and I don't want to spend those points because I want that international desk. But it looks like, oh, you know what? We can put a clock in the bathroom. You know, so you can be fully aware for how long that you're avoiding work. Okay, everything looks comfortable except for the printing room, which no one stays inside for very long. I don't have wallpaper that is significantly good yet. Oh, whoa, that's not true. Industrial wallpaper. Boop. That actually helps out the noise and the temperature of this room a lot. This went from heavy red to, heavy orange to sort of light orange. Trying to think, is there anything else that's necessary? No, but you know what I'm going to do for aesthetic reasons? I'm going to... Sorry, this is just going to be a temporary location. I'm going to move this up against the wall. This. There. And this. There. That way, when you come out of the thing and you're covered in ink in your hands and soot from the coal machine or whatever it is,
you got to sync.
You got to sync. And then just to make it a little bit more centralized and aesthetically pleasing, I'm going to do that. Okay. Right. The other thing that I was going to do was I'm going to replace all these lights with the fancier lights. It takes the same amount of electricity. Same amount of electricity. And I know prestige doesn't matter right now, but it absolutely will matter in the future. So I might as well preempt that game. It is a game. What am I trying to say here? Preempt that mechanic. That's the term I was looking for. You get sold, confirmed, there. Let's put a third one. I can afford it power-wise. Then you sell. Boop. You sell. Actually, I'm going to reduce this to the same 3 that are on the floor above it, which will give us back the same power that I got by putting 3 in the printing room, because I'm a smart cookie. Confirm and confirm for there. All right, so that's a nice little prestige thing. Who else could use it? The bathroom. Why the hell not?
Speaking of bathrooms,
Do you have to go?
no, we only have one bathroom for the whole building.
Yeah, that is something that is going to be addressed. So here's what I'm thinking planning-wise. We eventually have to add a floor to add a generator. On that floor, what's going to happen is I'm going to move this bathroom up, and that'll serve these 3 floors, and then this bathroom down to here, and that'll serve these 3 floors. So the maintenance station that's here. Oh wait, that's where the printing room's going to be. All right, well I'm going to have a lower bathroom. I don't quite know where it's going to be yet.
Okay.
Of these 3 floors, and then I'm going to have it's going to split. I'm going to turn this into 2 full-size bathrooms. But yes.
No, it just
No, I agree. One bathroom, especially a 1, 2, 3, 5-story building. That one bathroom is ridiculous. Yes, I'm using the European numbering for the floors because so is the game.
the European numbering.
So Americans think that the ground floor is the first floor. The Europeans, or not all Europeans, but some European countries, believe that the ground floor is G, and then the first floor up from the ground floor is floor 1. So for us, you go up one set of stairs and you're on the second floor. For them, you go up one set of stairs and you're on floor 1 rather than the lobby. And this game has a similar convention, and it is demonstrated right here. Yeah, see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get it. I do get it. I don't think this was a European-made game because this is very clearly New York and European and American news articles. But seeing as how you can't really edit the lobby, I can understand why they made floor 1 the first floor that you can do stuff on. Anywho, I'm trying to think. Decorative elements. I need more plants. Please give me a moment. Boop. Alright. I'm eventually probably going to end up replacing these with things more relevant to their actual work, but for right now, everybody who doesn't have a plant is getting a plant.
I would also make my suggestion
Yeah, go ahead.
is in the empty floor.
Yes?
I would put a poster on the wall, or 2 even.
Sure. I mean, it wouldn't serve a function yet, because there's no. What the hell is that? Perfume likes to smell and thus counter smell. Okay, that's interesting. That's the wrong button. Posters. That would be here, and the only posters we have are non-decorative. They are boosting.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
I thought we'd have some.
We do. We unlock them by completing things. But here's an entertainment poster, Flames of Passion.
Yeah.
And let's see. We also have a world map,
Yeah.
which is nice. An election map, which is a bit more specific and funny.
There, that 3.
Wait. And the wanted poster.
No, don't put the water poster up there.
No solar system? No zoom? Oh my god, sorry. I'm doing this because I think it's funny. We're zooming out. We start with the continent, then we go to the globe, then we go to the planet. I think that's funny.
Okay, that
Okay.
I like.
Alright, I think that's going to do it for our basic decoration mission, and that did take about 10 minutes, but I do believe that the full-on week, especially since we have 14 stories, 17 instead of 14 to go through, probably would have been a bit. But what this means is next week we get to come back to this gorgeous-looking building, and next week you're in town, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we're going to come back and start with this gorgeous looking building. We only have one mandatory story that we have to shoot, and it's not even a specific one. It's any random tragic story. So you and I get to take full advantage of choosing the stories that we want to cover, which is always nice.
I like that part.
Yes. But for now, we do have to go ahead and save, and I got to get you home. And as much as Mom would like you to spend the night here with me, I do have limited space. And okay, also for next week, for folks, this is not an April Fool's bit. I know it's April Fool's Day. This is not supposed to be a joke. But nephew, grandson might still be in town on
Yeah.
spring break and may choose to join us. Obviously, that is his discretion, but just throwing that out there.
And well, and not only his discretion, but how the logistics work out.
Oh, yeah.
So really, you got to tune in, folks,
Yeah, who knows?
just to find out what's going on. Maybe he'll be here, maybe he won't.
Maybe he will have brought my sister and brother-in-law's 2 dogs with us.
Oh,
maybe,
no,
maybe
no,
neither
no.
one. We'll find out. Yeah. Anyway, hope everyone has a good, I guess, Easter weekend if you celebrate
And
it.
Passover.
I think that's actually today,
Yeah.
if I'm recalling. So happy Passover now because it's after sundown, at least in my time zone. Because Jewish day starts at night. Anyway, yeah, that'll be next week. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Hope you had a wonderful time. It's always fun covering the news with you, old man. I do appreciate it.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's all I got. Bye.